Hey, what's up? I'm eating a piece of candy. So I've been testing out this StreamYard, right? Hold on, give me 1 second. Hold on. Trying out this intro. So, hopefully the little thumbnail thing worked. I feel like such a clown. So I was like, okay, I was trying out a live the other day, right? Sat here. If you guys hear something, my step babies are coming in the house. They'll be coming in soon, or either my son. But anyway, sat there for a good 45 minutes and um ended the StreamYard, right? And I didn't see it on my channel. So I'm like, what the heck? I completely forgot that I had two channels. So when I first started YouTube, I had made a second channel and I have no idea why. Can't remember, but I had made a second channel, and for some reason, StreamYard posted the live on that channel. Now, what's so crazy about it is my main YouTube channel is the only channel that I've been using. It's the only channel, like when I open up YouTube, it shows my main channel, the channel that I do have content on. But for some reason, StreamYard decided to grab the other channel. Okay, that other channel, I never used it. I don't think I had any content on it at all, and there was like one subscriber on it. So I felt real stupid. So for 45 minutes, I sat there doing the live. It was just a chop up about family and family dynamics and stuff like that. But and nobody came into the live, which is fine. I didn't think it was awkward because, of course, I'm not in the algorithm. I haven't been posting content, and I'm just kind of starting out with this StreamYard thing. So I did not find that at all peculiar or odd or anything like that. But yeah. So StreamYard, I see already the StreamYard be bugging. Okay, so they and if you know anything about StreamYard, when you do a live, at least from what I'm learning, you can't just transfer a live to another channel. A video, yes, but not a live. So yeah, I felt really crazy. I felt like I was pretty much talking to myself the entire time. And like I said, that was fine too, because I feel like even with, any live you do or video, even if nobody comes in the room, like right now, for instance, at least the video would have been put up on my main channel. And, at some point in time, somebody could have, watched it and they could have enjoyed it. You know what I'm saying? And they could have, got something from it. So that was just kind of crazy. Hopefully I eliminated the problem. I wind up deleting that other channel, so it shouldn't be a problem at all anymore. But yeah, today, so on this good Sunday, I'm just sitting here, just kind of chilling, and I hardly ever get a chance to just sit and do absolutely nothing and just chill. I'm always running. I always feel like I got to do something. And today, I promise you, I stayed in the bed for like half the day, literally, in my robe, watching The Walking Dead, just chilling. Okay. didn't have, I don't really get phone calls anyway, but didn't have any calls. I had a few things to do to grab some things for dinner, but I made up in my mind. I was like, I'm just about to just sit still because, and I'm pretty sure, some mothers can probably relate um, to the fact that, if you're a mother, if you're a wife, if you have a job, it's like it just don't stop. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes we kind of get in that constant loop where we just don't know how to sit down. So I sat my butt down today. I sure did. I sat down, you know, a lot of times when I try to sit down like that, I be feeling crazy and pretty much like unproductive and stuff like that. But today it was cool. It was cool. So the other video I did on the other channel, okay, I wind up just removing the video completely because I didn't know how to, download it and record it or whatever they wanted me to do to put it on this channel. Is that open? Okay. And so that video was, basically just about family and about family dynamics, and just to touch on it just a little bit, um I just basically talked about a little bit about how, you know, being younger and how your family dynamic is a lot of times, has a tendency to shape how you're going to become when you get older, and how you tend to run your family, or how you tend to raise your children, right? Hey y'all. Um so I just kind of touched on that a little bit. And hey, peace and blessings, sis, the Queen Deja. Oh wow, my daughter's name is Khadijah. You got a nice name. But so yeah, I was just kind of talking about how there can be, we can come from broken families, right? We can come from blended families, and I was just curious to know, um and feel free to drop it in the comment and let me know, what type of family you either come from or what type of family you have now. um so right now, we have a blended family, okay? Because it's me, it's my significant other, and he has his children are here also, and my 16-year-old is still at home with me. My other two children are grown. So we have a blended family, right, which can be extremely challenging, right? But like I was saying in my other video, like, if you really love a person, you're going to accept, you know you're going to accept the children. There's going to be things that you accept, and you compromise. Life is all about choices, right? Life is all about choices. So, you can choose if you think that person is definitely worth um the time, and you feel like you're ready to take on that responsibility. I would say definitely go for it, because it can definitely be rewarding. Okay, it can be good or it can be bad. You know what I'm saying? um it's definitely challenging, for the most part, like, in the beginning of it, because everybody has to get used to each other, right? You have to get used to, the habits of one another, right? um you don't know where, the children may come from, if it's structured, if it's not structured, and vice versa. They have to get used to you, stepmom, and so it can be a little bit challenging. But I kind of almost feel like once you kind of get over that hump and you guys start to get to know each other, you're comfortable with each other, it can definitely work for sure. Because me, like, I love my stepkids, like, I love them like my own, honestly. I try not to show any favoritism, because that can really be an issue, right? I try to really treat all of them the same. I do. And I love them to death. Let me see. Yeah, they've been in my life for 6 years now. So yeah, I love them like my own. But I had also touched on like the thing I miss about the old school family dynamic was like the family style dining and stuff like that. Right now that's probably unheard of. And I'm gonna keep it all the way a buck with you. Like, we don't do family style dining because I work, like, I guess you could say, swing shift. Sometimes I work day shift, sometimes I work afternoons, sometimes I work evenings. And so, with my schedule and his schedule, it's just, you know what I mean? And of course, with the kids with their schedule and stuff, we hardly ever have time to just literally sit down and, you know what I'm saying? But that family style dining, I feel like, back in the days before the technology era, right? I feel like families sat down, there was really no devices. So everybody sat down, they started to create, a stronger bond. They actually talked about things. Um, and everybody just wasn't like passing each other, you know what I'm saying? And I think that's kind of where a lot of people miss the mark as parents is everybody is so busy seeing each other in passing. You don't really get a chance to really chop it up with your children. And so, you tend not to really know what they have going on. And we know that's important, right? That's super important. You want to know, you always want to, have discernment, and you want to know what your children are going through. Okay. Because the last thing in the world that you want is for something serious to be going on with them and you don't have a clue and you miss the mark. So, that part I feel like I kind of miss. You know what I'm saying? Now we all have these, right? We all have these. And even if there's family style dining, it's probably still like this. You know what I'm saying? And, it's not a good thing. Um, So, even though technology is wonderful and all that stuff, I feel like, just like anything, it has its pros and it has its cons. You know what I'm saying? But I kind of want to get back to that family style dining. And I'm gonna, we're gonna work toward kind of doing that. Um, Now, don't get me wrong, even though we have busy schedules and all that, we still do make time, okay? There's no such thing as you just absolutely positively don't have time. The things that are important to you, you have to make time for them. Okay. So we absolutely make time for the children. We sit down, we talk to them, we chop it up. We want them to understand, and we want them to know we love them. We want them to know that if they do have any type of issues, that they can come to us and talk to us. You know what I'm saying? Um, let's see. I'm gonna just put your comment up here. You said you make your sons put the phones down at the table. That's what's up. That's what's up. So do you let me ask you, do you guys still have like family style dining every night? Um or is it just whenever you can, and stuff like that? I think that's good though. You make them put their phones down because these phones, man, I'm telling you, like, phones are, very good. Don't get me wrong, because nowadays anything you want is literally at the touch. Oh, turning my flashlight. Anything that you want is literally at the touch of your finger. But there's a lot of downfalls to that too. Sometimes that thing can be a demon. So, yeah, I'm curious to know like what type of family dynamic people have. So that's kind of something I was touching on, and my family dynamic growing up, it was very much toxic. It was very much so toxic. Um, it was very much so kind of all over the place, and I'm not, this ain't no shade to nobody. You know what I'm saying? I feel like my mother raised us the best way she knew how, and she did a very good job. But, just being completely transparent, um, it wasn't family style dining all the time. We did it a lot, but it was not like that all the time. And we had, I don't even know if I would say really like a blended family, because, my mom was married to my dad, but he wasn't there. She had, my stepdad was there. And, there was just a lot of different changes and stuff going on. So I say that to say going back to what I was saying in the beginning, a lot of times, the way you developed and the things that you saw growing up, the people that would influence you and all that type of stuff, it tends to shape how you become as an adult. You know what I'm saying? It tends to shape and make the type of parent, the type of adult that you are. You know what I'm saying? But even with that, that's neither here nor there because we can't really use, oh my God, when I was younger, I went through this, that, and the third. We can't really use it as an excuse or a scapegoat to just say, you know what, being that my life was like this and, I didn't have this and I didn't have that. That's the reason why I'm doing so bad today. Because at the end of the day, life is about choices. Okay. And we still have choices. Okay. We still know right from wrong. Do you want to take the easy route? Because the easy route would be to say, to just lay it down, you know what I'm saying? Give up, throw in the towel, and all of that stuff, and just pretty much let life consume you. But you have to fight. And if you've had, you know, a lot of adversity and things like that growing up, a lot of those generational curses and stuff like that, it's gonna be a fight. It is definitely not gonna be easy. Your ex-husband is in and out of here. Long weird story, even with my bonus daughter. I feel you. I definitely feel you. Bonus daughter. I like that phrase. I like that. But I definitely feel you. I feel you. Um so yeah, it's up to us on how we choose to raise our family, and I hear a lot of people say, you know, that they made a conscious decision to raise their children a lot better and give them things that they didn't have, right? So life is definitely about choices. You don't have to be a product of your environment. You don't have to be like, well, this is all I was taught. No, get up, get out, get something, as the song say, or whatever it is. Okay. And just because you don't know something, you wasn't taught something, because I mean, I get it and I understand. We only tend to do, what we pretty much, you're only as good as what you learned, right? Okay, a lot of it is learned behavior and stuff like that, but you have the choice once again to say, what's out here for me to glean off of, for me to learn, so I can make my life a lot better. You know what I'm saying? Just don't lay down and accept anything, and that's kind of how I was. It was hard, you know what I'm saying? Especially, being told at an extremely young age, I believe I probably was about 14, that pretty much I wasn't going to amount to anything. They didn't say it exactly like that, but yeah, because your mom and your dad were both alcoholics, but I got the whole spiel from like a counselor telling me that pretty much my life was doomed. You know what I'm saying? I was going to be a product of what my mother and my father was. And, initially when I was younger, that's kind of the road I pretty much embraced it, which is kind of crazy, right? But I embraced it, and that's the road I started to go down until I said, no, this thing stops with me. You could say the buck stops here. Okay, the buck stops here. No, I want to know what's out there, what's available for me. I want to make my life better. What resources are available for me? Can't be lazy. You know what I'm saying? Um, you have to get out and get it. So let's see. So wrong to say, sad. So wrong to say. No, I completely understand, and I get where you're coming from. I do. Been there, definitely. So just from that little bit you said, I get it. But we have choices in life. Okay, don't ever feel like you don't have a choice. It may not be the choice that is going to, please someone else or any of that. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, when you become an adult, you absolutely have the choice to run your life and to pretty much do what you want to do. You don't have to succumb to anything. You really don't. You know what I'm saying? You really don't. And that's not to say that life is easy. You know what I mean? Life is definitely difficult, is definitely challenging. However, how you choose to handle it, how you choose to deal with it, you can make your own life a lot worse or you can make it better. You know what I mean? It's real easy to just lay down and give up and be like, I'm done with this. I don't want to fight. But you definitely have to keep a positive mindset. You have to keep a positive mindset. Okay, coming from a person who at one point in time was, had a very, very dark spot in my life. You know what I'm saying? So now I don't even let it I don't even let it get to that. When them thoughts start coming in, okay? See, because the thing about it is things are always a thought first. You know what I'm saying? Then they start to carry out and become an action. So, if you sit there and fester in those thoughts and let it consume you, then more than likely that's when you're going to start, acting on it. So, as soon as certain things come in, I dismiss them immediately. You know what I mean? I literally dismiss them immediately, and I may sound like a fool, but I will be speaking out loud. Okay, I am happy. I am successful. I'm healthy. You know what I'm saying? And really believe that. You know what I mean? The mind is crazy, man. Most of the time, we are our own worst enemy, and that is the truth. Nobody don't have to do you in because most of the time we do ourselves in. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's um, I've talked to just chopped it up with a lot of women, and I've seen, every type of scenario you could possibly think of. And, some women really believed that there's no way to get out of the situation that they're in or the mindset that they're in. You know what I'm saying? And, um, I'll pray for them. But when you start talking about um, letting certain things consume you, right? You have to kind of be careful because, see, us as women we're very powerful. You know what I'm saying? Us as human beings, we're very powerful. And a lot of times, what it is we don't know our own power, okay? Because me, I'm a whole superhero on the low. You feel me? But a lot of times, we don't know our own power. We don't know our own strength, and we literally deceive our own minds into believing that we cannot get out of a certain mindset or we cannot get out of, and it's when I see women like that, it's sad because I know I've been there before where I'm like, I can't shake this. You absolutely positively can. So I know a lot of people, everybody calls it something different. Some people say, manifest, or the Bible talks about power of life and death being in your tongue. Call it what you want to call it, but it's all true. Okay, you have to speak over your life what you want. You have to speak over your life that you are happy. When you start having those negative thoughts and doubts and stuff, you have to dismiss them immediately. I'm talking about immediately. Okay, and that's why a lot of people ask me, why I don't go through, I don't know certain words I can say on here, but the D word, why I don't go through that, anymore in my life. And the bottom line was I made a choice. One day I made a choice that I knew I had children that counted on me. Okay. I did not want to be selfish. And I made a choice that I was not going to live in that place anymore. Okay, for me, for my family. So that's what I'm saying. You have to make a choice, and then after that, you have to start walking it out. Got to start walking it out. Okay, everything takes one day at a time. You know what I mean? It's one day at a time. Me recently, losing my mom. I mean, it shook my very foundation. I've never known what it was like to lose someone that's so dear to your heart. I've never had to experience that, because when my dad passed away, I really didn't know him. He was not in my life for that long. So when my mom recently passed, it shook my very foundation, and I started to kind of feel familiar things like I felt before. And I'm like, oh my God, I gotta shake this. You know what I'm saying? So, life is all about, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. But I could have literally just kind of laid there, and as those feelings of grief came in, and I thank God for, it's so important to have a good support system and family and people around you that love you. That is very important. And I love them, and it's reciprocated, because I remember when my mom passed, I had told um my sister, and I told my significant other, I'm like, I haven't felt depression like this in a long time, and my significant other said, that's, you're not depressed, you're just grieving. And I had to kind of think about it for a second, like, it feels similar, right? Yeah. But no, no, you are not, you are not going through, I don't know what words I can say on here, because, I'm new on here, but no, I was grieving, which is perfectly normal. You know what I mean? And you're going to get over this. You know what I mean? There would be times when, after she passed, that I literally would just be kind of sitting there, and I would just break. I would just break. You know what I mean? But that's all part of the process. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that I had to understand. Um, it's easy. It's a little bit easier now, because I've kind of come to terms with thinking more not in my mind and myself, selfish, right? But just thinking about her, and you know she was definitely ready, and she's not suffering anymore, you know what I'm saying, and that's a good thing. So yeah, but family, very important, you know what I'm saying. So treat those that got your back, man. Treat them like gold. Okay, treat them all the way good, because some people don't have support systems, you know what I'm saying. Thank you so much. Some people don't have support systems. I've heard of some people that don't have anyone. You know what I mean? And I couldn't imagine that. You know what I'm saying? So even if you have one person or one or two people in your corner, thank God for that, and treat them well. Treat them well. You know what I mean? Nowadays, I'm pretty sure you can relate. People can relate, but nowadays, um, it is so difficult to find someone who is genuine. You know what I mean? That's very difficult. And my nice big age right now, um, I'm very skeptical of people. Typically, I am a good judge of character, um, but I'm just starting to find more and more that, you know, wolves in sheep clothing, man. It's so hard to find a person that's truly genuine, and not really patting myself on the back or tooting my own horn. Boop boop, you know what I'm saying? But just to be, completely honest, I have one friend, that's a person that I consider I can say friend, okay, and she used to always tell me that that's the one thing, that she really loved about me, was the fact that I was a genuine person. Okay, that, I don't care I don't care how bad you piss me off. You won't hear me running around in the street telling something that you told me. Like, I don't know. I don't know if it's the old school in me, or what it is, but there's just certain principles that I live by. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not compromising that for nobody. So I'm just saying all that to say, if there is someone that is in your life, and they're genuine, you find a genuine person, they got your back, you know what I mean, through it all, have their back through it all, reciprocate that, treat them well, you know what I mean, because that is definitely a diamond in the rough. That's definitely a diamond in the rough. The Queen Deja. I thank you so much. I wasn't gonna stay on here long because I have to finish up dinner. Um, I decided to make some chicken and steak fajitas. I'm gonna make those real quick. They don't take long at all. We eating dinner kind of late. Typically, we do dinner around about 6:30 or something. Now we're getting ready to eat though. Um, my baby will be home at mm, about 8:30 or something like that. Yeah, I thank you so much for coming. If you're watching this on the replay, okay, and you like what you see on this channel, please, 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 I ask that you hit that like button. Definitely subscribe. My channel is not in the algorithm. I would assume because I have not been on here for a while. So help a sister out. Help a sister out. And hit like. Let's see. You said you're eating late too? Oh, okay. You go back to work tomorrow? That's what's up. That's what's up. Even though work get on our nerves, work is a good thing. It keeps us productive. You know what I mean? It a good day at work definitely makes you feel like you're doing something. So I definitely wish you a good first day back. Are you excited? I would be. I remember when I was on my, I guess you could call it sabbatical. Um, I was excited to go back to work. Thank you so much. Yes, thank you. Yep. Like, comment, and subscribe. If you watching this on the replay, please drop in the comments. Let me know, how your family dynamic is and stuff like that. I'm curious to know, but family is definitely important. I know the title of this live, um, and the thumbnail, I was basically saying like I clowned out. I looked like a whole clown doing that live the other night. Only for it not to be posted here, but it's okay. You're not excited yet? Okay. I'll definitely be praying though for your first day, for you to be able to get acclimated and stuff like that. So I got you. I got you in prayer tonight. Yep. And come back. Come back, Queen Deja. Yep, my daughter name is Khadijah and she spells it Khadeja. Yep. Yep, thank you so much. Yep, so much love. I'm gonna run along so I can finish up Din Din. And I'll see you. I'll see ya. Thank you. Thanks again for coming.